This is Tony T here from TonySpace.com with our MLB Pick Show here for Wednesday, May the 28th. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Lots of free picks over our channel delivered by myself as well as our team of cappers here at TonySpicks.com, making it a great channel to subscribe to. We also have a live stream that goes on every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. Tony Six Morning Show. I go live. The cappers also join me, giving out live free picks from the day's card. We go game by game with you on the picks. The live chat's open so you guys can interact with us with your picks, your questions, your comments. You can also request picks for as well on that live chat. Give us a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to support our channel, become a member. Hit that join button. You'll get early access to my videos. A good way to support us for the work we provide for you here on this channel. Also, this is the time of the year when we look for cappers. So you're a sharp, experienced handicapper, visit TonySpace.com, hit the contact, and send us an email with your interest in becoming a handicapper at TonySpace.com. This is when we kind of hire in June, July as we step up for football. And of course, don't forget to visit our site, TonySpace.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top performers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to long-term passes. You see our top performers up here like Rod Zawacki for the year, David Racy, Sean Higgs, Ron Crawford, all these guys you know from our live shows as well as our YouTube videos. Also, Mills up on the board last 30 days. Also, Ramon Scott's been hot. Bittler, you know these guys from our live shows. Ramon's on our live show every afternoon. Latest Supreme Picks here, set of the page with best bets and more. We will be locked and loaded here for this card on Wednesday. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. And don't forget our promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15%. Links in the description here to get signed up. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one here underway. All right, we get started here with Dodgers and Guardians here for Wednesday afternoon. Clayton Kershaw will get the start here for LA. Kershaw in his 2 starts allowed 5 earned runs here with 3 strikeouts and 6 innings of work. Left-hander had 7 starts in 2024, dealing with an ERA 4.50, WHIP of 1.50. He struck out 18%, 6.5% walks. The ground balls were 38%, 0.6 home runs per 9 innings. Jacob Junis gets the start for Cleveland. Junis appeared in 22 games in ERA 4.38, WHIP of 1.38. Righty strikes out 16%, 4.5% walks. His ground balls were 34% with 1 home run per 9 innings. LA banged .266 against right-handed starters with 60 homers in 38 games. Cleveland hit just .215 in their home stadium. Junis has allowed 9 earned runs in his past 12 2/3 innings. The Guardians' bullpen ERA 4.95 in their 19 games against the National League. They are 1-8 to the run line, facing NL teams that average 4.5 runs per game or greater this season with a -9 unit loss. The pick here, LA run line, -1.5 runs here at +105. We got Giants and Tigers. This one for Wednesday. Landon Roop gets the start here for San Francisco. Roop in 10 starts in ERA 3.63, WHIP of 1.40. The righty strikes out 21%, 8% walks. The ground balls 46% with 1.04 home runs per 9 innings. Jackson Jobe gets the start for Detroit. Jobe has 9 starts, ERA 4.06, WHIP of 1.42. The righty fans 18%, 12.5% walks. His ground balls 44%, 1.22 home runs per 9 innings. San Francisco in their past 6 games hit .190. Detroit banged .255 in their 26 day games. Roop in his 7 road games an ERA of 4.46. Jobe at home has an ERA of 2.61. Giants 1-6 on the road, facing a team with a bullpen ERA of 3.45 or lower this season. That's a -5 unit loss. Detroit 11-3 in their home day games this year, returning 7 units. Pick your Detroit minus the 113. Sorry about that. Let's keep it right there. That's Detroit minus 113. Red Sox and Brewers, this one here for Wednesday. Brian Bayo gets the start for Boston. Bayo has 7 starts in ERA 4.08, WHIP of 1.70. The righty fans 17%, 12.5% walks. The ground balls 53%, 1.02 home runs per 9 innings. Freddie Peralta gets the start for Milwaukee. Peralta in 11 starts in ERA 2.55, WHIP of 1.12. The righty strikes out 24%, 9.5% walks. His grounders are 36%, 1.05 home runs per 9 innings. His FIP 3.88. Boston batting 282 against the NL. Their bullpen performs well on the road. Milwaukee batting 220 at home. Their bullpen ERA 6.53 in their 24-day games. Boston 32-20 on the road, facing a team with a bullpen ERA of 4.2 or higher the past 2+ seasons. That's a plus 8.5 unit return. Pick here Boston plus 139. Twins and the Rays. This one for Wednesday. Pablo Lopez gets a start for Minnesota. Lopez has 9 starts, ERA 2.31, whip of .97. The righty fans 27%, 4.5% walks. His ground balls come in 39%, .53 home runs per 9 innings. Drew Rasmussen gets the start for Tampa Bay. Rasmussen in 10 starts, ERA 2.60, whip of 1. The righty strikes out 21%, 6% walks. The ground balls 51%, 1 home run per 9 innings. His FIP 3.72. Minnesota batting 168 in their past 5 games. Tampa Bay hitting 251 at home. Lopez in his 5 road games an ERA of 1.55. Rasmussen in his 4-day games an ERA of 1.71. Minnesota 12-3 to the under on the road, facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower this season. The Rays 6-4 to the under at home, facing teams that average 4.4 runs per game or fewer this season. Pick here Minnesota and Tampa Bay under 8. Athletics and Astros for Wednesday. Luis Severino gets the start for Athletics. Severino has 11 starts in ERA 4.11, whip of 1.26. Righty strikes out 18%, 7% walks. His ground balls 40%, .55 home runs per 9 innings. Les McCullers gets the start for Houston. McCullers in 4 starts in ERA 6.57, whip of 2.03. The righty fans 21%, 15% on the walks. The ground balls 45%, 1.46 home runs per 9 innings. Athletics hitting 244 on the road. Houston batting 309 over their past 6 games with 8 homers. They have a bullpen ERA of 1.59 at home against the division. Severino in his 3-day games ERA over 6. Athletics bullpen on the road an ERA over 6. They are 6-12 on the road as an underdog of even money or higher this season, losing 3.5 units. Houston 12-4 at home, facing an AL team with an on-base percentage of .330 or lower this season. That's a plus 7.5 unit return. Pick here Houston minus 126. Pirates and the Diamondbacks. This one for Wednesday. Paul Skeens gets the start for Pittsburgh. Skeens started 11 games in ERA 2.36, whip of .95. The righty fans 26%, 6.5% walks. His ground balls 49%, .52 home runs per 9 innings. Zach Gallen gets the start for Arizona. Gallen has 11 starts in ERA 5.25, whip of 1.36. The righty strikes out 24%, 11% walks. The ground balls serve 38%, 1.46 home runs per 9 innings. Pittsburgh in their past 7 games hit .272. Arizona batting .251 against right-handed starters. Skeens in his 6 road starts has an ERA of 1.40. Gallen in his 7 home starts an ERA over 6. D-backs bullpen at home an ERA of 5.56. Arizona 5-7 at home when line between even money and minus 150 this season. Pick here Pittsburgh plus 113. We got the Marlins and the Padres. This one here for Wednesday. Sandy Alcantara gets the start for Miami. Alcantara made 10 starts this year, ERA 8, whip of 1.57. The righty strikes out 18.5%, 11.5% walks. The ground balls 51%, 1.53 home runs per 9 innings, a FIP of 5.30. Kyle Hart starts for San Diego. Hart started 5 games in ERA 6, whip of 1.38. Left-hander strikeout 18%, 6.5% walks. The ground balls 33%, 2.57 home runs per 9 innings. Miami hitting .283 against left-handed starters. Their bullpen has an ERA over 6 in their past 6 games. Alcantara in his 4 road games an ERA of 12.64. San Diego bullpen the past month an ERA of 5.61. Marlins 10-2 the over against left-handed starters this year. Padres 6-0 to the over at home when favored between minus 150 and minus $2 this season. Pick here Miami and San Diego over 8.5. Cardinals and the Orioles for Wednesday. Miles Michaelis starts for St. Louis. Michaelis has 10 starts on the year, ERA 3.51, whip of 1.17. The righty strikes out 14.5%, 7.5% walks. The ground ball is 37%, .53 home runs per 9 innings. Cade Povich gets the start for Baltimore. Povich has 9 starts, ERA 4.86, whip of 1.45. Lefty fans 22%, 8.5% walks. The ground ball is 40% with 1.55 home runs per 9 innings. St. Louis banging 281 against the AL. Baltimore hitting 246 at home. Michaelis' numbers have been better at home. Povich in his 5 road starts an ERA of 6.75. Orioles bullpen in their past 7 games an ERA of 8.16. St. Louis 8-5 as a road underdog of even money to plus 150 this season. That's a plus 4.5 unit return. Orioles have dropped 8 of 10 home games with a minus 8.5 unit loss. Pick here St. Louis plus 109. Braves and Phillies for Wednesday. A.J. Smith-Shawver gets the start for Atlanta. Smith-Shawver 8 starts with an ERA 3.67, whip of 1.42. Righty strikes out 23%, 11% walks. The ground ball is 36%, .65 home runs per 9 innings. Zach Wheeler is starting for Philadelphia. Wheeler in 11 starts, ERA 2.42, whip of .88. Veteran elite 33% K rate, 5% walks. The ground ball is 42%, 1.02 home runs per 9 innings. Atlanta is hitting 283 against the division. Smith-Shawver in his past 5 starts, an ERA of 3.21. Atlanta bullpen over their past 5 games, an ERA of 1.69. Philadelphia bullpen over their past 6 games has an ERA approaching 6. Philadelphia 2-4 is home favorite of minus 125 to minus 175 this season, losing 4.2 units. Pick here Atlanta plus 147. All right, we're waiting for the White Sox and Mets here. Are they in our rotation? I hope they are. Where are they at? Oh, here we go. White Sox and Mets. This one here for Wednesday. Shane Smith gets the start here for Chicago. Smith got 10 starts this year, carrying an ERA of 2.36, whip of 1.11. Righty fans 22%, 8% walks. The ground balls are 44%. .51 home runs per 9 innings. Note start time here, 1 p.m. Eastern time for White Sox Mets. Griffin Canning gets the start for New York. Canning has 10 starts, ERA 2.88, whip of 1.32. The righty strikes out 22%, 10% walks. The ground ball is 54%, 1.08 home runs per 9 innings. His FIP4. Chicago banging against Chicago has struggled hitting right-handed starters this year. New York hitting 204 against the AL. Now, Smith's numbers are better here on the road. Canning in his 5 home games, an ERA of 2.66. New York bullpen over their past 6 games, an ERA of just 1.08. The Mets are 16-3 to the under against the AL and 9-1 to the under at home against teams that average .9 home runs per game or fewer this season. White Sox have gone under in 7 of their past 10 road games. Pick here Chicago, New York under 7.5. Reds and Royals, this one for Wednesday. Hunter Green gets the start for Cincinnati. Green has 9 starts in ERA 2.54. The whip coming in here at .85. The righty here an elite 33% K rate, 5% walks. His ground balls are 29%, 1.45 home runs per 9 innings. Noah Cameron gets the start for KC. Cameron in 3 starts in ERA .93, whip of .67. The lefty fans 20%, 8.5% walks. His ground ball is 40%, .93 home runs per 9 innings, a FIP of 3.89. Cincinnati batting 206 against left-handed starters. Their bullpen an ERA of 3.13 against the AL. KC batting 220 in their 32 night games. Their bullpen has an ERA of 3.13 in their past 6 games. Cincinnati 16-5 to the under as a favorite of minus 110 or higher this season. KC 13-5 the under at home, facing teams with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower this season. Pick here Cincinnati and KC under 7.5. Blue Jays and Rangers, this one for Wednesday. Eric Lauer gets a start for Toronto. Lauer appeared in 5 games in ERA 3.31, whip of 1.10. Lefty fans 25%, 7.5% walks. His ground balls 30%, 1.65 home runs per 9 innings, a FIP of 4.59. Tyler Mahle gets the start for Texas. Mahle 11 starts, ERA 1.80, whip of 1.03. Righty strikes out 18%, 9% walks, ground balls of 43%. Limited home run damage. Toronto batting .224 in their past 7 games, with the Rangers at 187. The Blue Jays bullpen in this period an ERA of 2.38. Lauer's numbers have been better on the road. Mahle at home an ERA of .95 in his 7 starts. Texas 22-6 to the under at home. Toronto 14-6 to the under on the road, facing teams with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower this season. The pick here will be on Toronto and Texas under the total. Rockies and the Cubs, this one for Wednesday. Tanner Gordon gets a start for Colorado. Gordon in his 2 starts allowed 6 earned runs with 9 strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings. He had 8 starts in 2024 with an ERA of 8.65, whip of 1.72. The righty struck out 16%, 4% walks. The ground balls 38%, 2.62 home runs per 9 innings. Matthew Boyd gets a start for Chicago. Boyd made 10 starts, ERA 3.42, whip of 1.32. The veteran fans 24%. 6.5% walks. His ground balls 36%, 1.14 home runs per 9 innings. Rockies bang 194 on the road. Chicago is hitting at home. Now, Boyd's numbers have been better here at home. The Cubs bullpen in their past 6 games allowed 2 runs in 21 innings. Colorado 12-6 in the under on the road against winning teams. Chicago 6-4 in the under at home, facing NL teams with a slugging percentage of 400 or lower this season. The pick here is Colorado, Chicago under 7.5. Yankees and Angels, this one for Wednesday. Clark Schmidt gets the start for New York. Schmidt in 7 starts, an ERA 4.58, whip of 1.34. The righty fans 24%, 12% walks. The ground balls 34%, 1.21 home runs per 9 innings. Yusei Kikuchi gets the start for LA. Kikuchi made 11 starts, ERA 3.17, whip of 1.49. The lefty strikes out 21%, 11.5% walks. His ground balls 38%, 1.06 home runs per 9 innings. New York banging .287 against left-handed starters. Their bullpen in their past 7 games an ERA of 2.31. LA banging .213 at home with a bullpen ERA approaching 7. New York 6-0 to the run line, facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.65 or higher this season. That's a plus 6.5 unit return. LA 3-6 to the run line at home as a dog of plus 125 or higher this season, losing 4 units. Pick your New York run line minus 1.5 runs at minus 102. Nationals and the Angels, this one for Wednesday. Trevor Williams gets the start for Washington. Williams has 10 starts, his ERA 6.39, whip of 1.56. The righty fans 18%, 6.5% walks, a ground ball rate of 39%, 1.28 home runs per 9 innings, a FIP of 4.28. George Kirby that gets the start here for Seattle. Kirby in his 2025 debut allowed 5 earned runs with 4 strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings at Houston. Right-hander in 2024 had 33 starts, ERA 3.53, whip of 1.07. He struck out 23%, 3% walks, the ground ball rate 41%, 1.04 home runs per 9 innings. Seattle batting .212 at home with really good bullpen performance. Washington batting .228 on the road. Their bullpen in their past 5 games an ERA of 2.12. Washington 10-2 the under on the road, facing a bullpen with a whip of 1.35 or lower this season. The team is 4-1 in the under at home behind Kirby against teams with a 380 to 480 win rate the past 2+ seasons. Pick here Washington, Seattle under 8. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Lots of free picks over our channel here at Tony'sPicks.com, delivered by myself as well as our team of cappers here at Tony's Picks. So make sure you check us out. Also, live shows every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Tony's Picks Morning Show. I go live. The cappers join me with live free picks Our live chat's open so you guys can interact with us with your questions, your comments, suggestions. You can give us your picks. You can ask for picks. Do it. There you go on our live show, guys. So check us out there at Tony'sPicks.com. You can always post your picks in the comments here as well. This is the time of the year when we look for cappers. We're going to increase our staff for the football season. If you'd like to apply, we're looking for sharp, experienced cappers. The contact form on our website at Tony'sPicks.com. Submit your response there if you're interested in becoming a capper at Tony'sPicks.com. This time of the year when we do it in June, July to get ready for the football season. Visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing our top performers. You see our top performers up here like Rod Zawacki for the year, David Racy, Sean Higgs, Ron Crawford. These guys, you know them on our YouTube videos. You've seen their work. They're on our live shows as well as our YouTube. Ramon up there as well. You see him on the live shows as well. Also, Ben up there. Nick, you've seen his videos. Solo has been hot. NBA as well. Latest sprint picks here, center of the page. Best bets and more. We're locked and loaded for this card here on Wednesday. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. And then our promo code TonyG at checkout will knock off that 15%. The link's in the description to get signed up. All right, that'll do it for now. I'm Tony T. We'll talk with you guys later.